body needed rest. A lot of you know that this past weekend was Girl Yes, and this round the theme was back to life, right? So whatever you thought was the end of something was really only your beginning. And it was such a beautiful, powerful, incredible, inspiring, like just an amazing experience. The whole weekend, really the week leading up to it, is when it started to feel like, okay, my shift is imminent, right? And there have been some pivots and some things I've done differently anyway, just in preparation. I prayed a lot, fasted a few times, and all of that definitely contributed to a really good payoff. Like a lot of testimonies and a lot of women, ones I don't even know, were able to shift some things or have positive things to say, or things that they just don't usually open up and share to other people. And I'm honored by that. I am grateful for that. And I identify with that. Like there's several of the chapters of the book in my life that I don't read aloud. There's a handful of people that know everything about me. The good, the bad, the ugly, the things I'm ashamed of, the things I wish were different, the things I wish I didn't do, the things I did I had no business doing. You know, a lot of people see your highlights in the good things. Oh, your promotion at work, your kid is doing this, you know, your health is improved, whatever it might be. I don't know, whatever things people attribute to success or the measure of a person. For some people, that's material things. But there's the things that actually really matter. And for me, that's character, that's integrity, that's the things that matter. It's crazy as I know I literally just repeated that, but it really is just the things that matter. And nowadays, which isn't new, but it's more prevalent, I would say, you get a lot of highlight reels and you get a lot of eyes on things that mean nothing. If you were sick and you couldn't take care of yourself, or the person in the family that everybody looks to for strength and guidance was gone, would any of those things matter? And so the answer is no. But a lot of people value those things, and those are the things that they put on social media, or those are the things in conversation that they want to talk to you about. I don't care about none of that. Be very clear. Is that what I said? So this weekend and the months really in preparation for this past weekend, it really just helped me solidify that I'm not wrong in not caring about the small talk or the things that I find trivial. But it also helped me see people in a different way. I am one of those, my circle's so small, it's a period, like Drake said in whatever song, I don't know, child. But that's been me. That's me my whole life for a whole host of reasons. Maybe we'll talk about that in another video. But that really is me. And my circle of people that are close to me or that I let in closely, it's curated and it's intentional. I am going to be 100% myself at all times. I am going to be supportive. I guess I should say what I mean by myself. I'm going to be authentic, so I'm going to be awkward. I might make you laugh. I'm going to say something like, "Oop, did she just say that?" And not in a disrespectful way, but you were thinking it. So I'm going to be me at all times. I'm going to love you, and I'm going to be supportive, and I'm going to encourage you. I still keep small and intentional, curated group of people close to me. I don't think people change. I think people pivot. So that will always be me. I'll always still hold certain people more near and dear to my heart than others. That's just a fact. But I'm saying that to say, this weekend allowed me, and preparation really allowed me to see what ministry looks like. I won't say from a pastor's perspective, but from somebody that holds some type of office or seat in a church. When you operate out of ministry, you're supposed to operate out of the love of Jesus Christ, right? Love your neighbor as you love yourself. And we need to talk about that, because not everybody loves themselves. I recently started loving myself unconditionally, I would say within the past year or two. So it's something that I'm still working on. So let's put a pin in that. Let's talk about that. But I find things about people annoying, to be real. Sometimes aggravating. I feel like people are manipulative. I think that they are selfish. I don't think positive things about people in general. And you would think, oh my gosh, who hurt her? Or like, what happened in her childhood? And blah, blah, blah. And I don't have like a story of, abuse or neglect, or, my parents mistreated me, or there was family members that did me wrong, or people in organizations at school. Like, I don't have those things. I've just always been a very discerning person. I read people very well, and I pay attention to the things that people say, and I pay attention to the things that people do. People are often very needy, and that they need to be seen, and that they need to be validated by outside sources, and I find that aggravating. Some things, if you just stop and think about it and make an executive decision, you can move on. You don't need to ask anybody else about. Y'all probably like, ooh, that girl is mean. Okay, so this is what I mean about being myself. That's really how I think. That's really what I believe. Now, saying that to say that this experience has taught me to have more grace for people, because everybody has some things have happened in their life to shape who they are, right? That's the whole nature versus nurture conversation. And I don't think that just one is who you are or forms you. I don't think so. But aside from that, it's the experiences that you have, I think, culminate into who you are, the things that you're exposed to. And at some point you do have the opportunity to make a choice, but not everybody has those skill sets, right? Not everybody is emotionally intelligent. I'm going on to multiple things that I could dive into, but I won't in this moment. What I will say is what I just said. This experience has taught me to have grace for people and not be annoyed or aggravated by the fact that people are the way that they are in terms of needing validation or what have you, needing guidance, more guidance than maybe others, from a negative place. Like, oh, okay, I just can't deal with him. Oh, child, she get on my nerves. I told y'all I was just at a faith-based experience, right? Y'all know that I'm a Christian. I love the Lord. I listen for his voice, and I like to do the things that he has asked me to do. I'm not perfect. So that was just one of the positive things that happened over this weekend, that I've really been able to give people grace. Now, hopefully they see it, and hopefully really the things that I've said or done haven't been, like too off-putting. So we'll see. We'll just see how this journey of me understanding how to operate in ministry Not that I'm not even sure what that looks like for me, because I feel like there's certain things that you're called to do, and you should do those things, the things that God has graced you to do. Not, I want to be a pastor. Because why? It's such a thankless job on this side of glory. Outside looking in, that doesn't even have anything to do with my personal pastors. That's just my opinion of the position, of the title, right? Anyway, I digress. But I had a really beautiful experience. Again, I still can't put it into words. I'm still overwhelmed in a good way by a lot of things. So back to where we started in the beginning. There's some things I wanted to do today that I haven't done yet. So one of the things I needed to do was go to the grocery store. I started making smoothies last week, which is kind of funny because my smoothies are never tasty. That might sound crazy to say, but it is the truth. They do not be good. They're not good. But last week when I made them, they actually were. So I think that there's something to that as well. Ooh, I didn't close the road. I just drove this way to turn down, and I could have went another way. Anyway, so I need to make smoothies. I want to get back to, but I need to prep something in particular for lunch. It's just easier for me to have certain vegetables and fruits washed and chopped up in instant containers. I don't have them cute little glass cylinder jars, and I don't know, all that little stuff y'all be having on the internet. I don't have that stuff. You want to send it to me, I will absolutely give you an address. I like free, but I still prep the things. So I need to get a few things from the store. So that is what I am headed to do. And I'll have 2 more loads of laundry to wash, fold, and put away. Like, it's a load in the dryer now, and I need to wash 1 more. I believe I just have 1 more load left. Then my laundry will at least be caught up. And then I need to finish prepping for our icebreaker tomorrow at work. So I lead the icebreaker for our town halls. They're every other month. And I enjoy that. So I have an idea. So I need to just be prepared because I will need to leave my house by 6:30 in the morning to make sure that I'm at the office on time. Anyway, there's so many more things for me to say, so many more things that need to be said, that will be said. Sorry I couldn't really look at y'all. I am driving, obviously. But thank you. Thanks, Lovey, for being here. Thank you for tuning in to More Abundantly, where I focus on healing from self-abandonment. So we'll talk more about that. That's the focus. That's what we do. Do it in a authentic and relatable way.